Hello, beautiful souls. So I am doing this manifestation challenge, and I want all of you to just relax and take in the knowledge and learn from this experience. This has been a process for me for 15 years. One thing I want to say about manifestation is we all are manifesting all of the time. But what I'm going to do is give you 7 steps or 7 strategies, to manifestation of anything that you desire. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one a day for 7 days. So today we are going to talk about the first step, and it is desire. Now, what we desire is different than what we think we desire. The first step we need to do is we need to journal. We need to sit down and we need to realize what we want. Absolutely. Not what our mom wants, our dad wants, our children want. It's us. Manifestation is about us, number one. Like attracts like, number two, which is everything that you feel that you desire is a like action for you. So you have to become the action you're wanting to desire. But the first thing we need to do, we don't have to worry about any of that right now. All I want you to do is get a journal and start writing down what you want. Even the things that you think that you want that maybe you don't really want. So I want $1 million. I want a nice husband. I want a car. I want, a better attitude. I want a better job. I want my, and I'm going to say this, I want my kids to act better. But here's the thing. We cannot manifest for anybody else but ourselves. But I promise you this, if you manifest things as far as like a better attitude, a better being of yourself, then everything outside of you will change. Your children, your husband, your dog, the community, your job. I swear. I have done this in my own life. That's why I want to teach you these steps, because they're very important. And the first step is desire. What do you desire? I'm going to use an example that I did. Okay. So like 6 months ago, I was looking for a house. I've lived in this house. Not even 2 months, a month and 2 months and 7 days. So almost 3 months. But what I did before I even went and looked, I wrote down everything I wanted. So I want a house with a good neighborhood. I want a house for safety. I want 2 bathrooms. I want a garage. I want 2-car garage. I want air. I want, 3 bedrooms. All the things that I wrote down is what I wanted. And that's what I desired. And at the end of the manifestation, which was a lot of stuff in between, but we're not going to talk about that right now. We're going to talk about that in another video. But this video is, what do you want? I wanted a safe neighborhood. I wanted security. I have security. I wanted 2 bathrooms, 3 bedrooms, a basement, a garage. I wanted all these things, and that's what my desire was. So I put it on paper. That's all you have to do. And you could be, I want this kind of a car, but kind of be open-minded what you want. Like I didn't say what street it had to be on. I didn't say, it has to be anywhere. Well, I did say it would have to be in the town that I'm living in, wherever you want to live. It could be another state, but things will start happening that leads that manifestation to you. So what happened for me is I wrote this stuff down. I put it out to the universe. I let it go. God, you know what I want. You know what my desire is. And then I started looking for houses. The real estate agent took me to look at all the houses. There was this one house I really wanted. I was just putting so much energy in this one house that I wanted. that when I didn't receive it, I actually started to cry. But here's the thing. I was attached to the house, and God wants to give us better than we know. Our mind is not as big as the universe is, that God's all possibilities. So what we need to do is say, this is what I'm looking for. This or something better, because you will manifest better. You always will manifest better. The best thing about, and the reason I'm telling you the manifestations that I've had, because this is how I've learned this. The house was a good one, but the beach house that we had, listen to this manifestation. It was crazy. So us 4 girls went out on a beach, rented a beach house, or a beach condo, excuse me. And my nose is itchy. Rented a beach condo. And a week before we were supposed to leave, they called to cancel it. Somebody had bought the property. And we're like, excuse us? Like, what? We actually went to the bagel shop, had a meeting about it. It was like, what are we going to do? So anyway, they messaged us and said they were going to give us any condo we wanted. Here's the choices. The condo that we received was exactly on the beach. It was right there every day. I mean, just we didn't rent that, but God wants to give us bigger and better than what we can imagine. We just have to get out of the way. So this is what we're saying. I must be having some kind of itching. But so what I am saying is, write it down. Write your desires down and then just let them be, because the universe will work it out for you. Now, when you get too attached, like me, I got too attached to the house and I was like crying and like, oh my God, this is the only house in the world, which is, there's a zillion houses. And I said, I have to have that one. But God, the universe, always shows us, no, that's not good for you. That's not safe for you. And he does it. He wants to give you your desires. He doesn't want to give you something that you know that would be maybe troubling if I had received it. What if I received that house and there was a bunch of stuff that was just horrible? So I will never know, but I'm just being guided to this house. I'm being guided to the manifestations that I want, that I write down as my desire. So I desire the house. I desire the car. I desire a man. I desire a relationship, whatever you want. So I desire my life to look better. I desire for me to quit smoking. I desire, and things will happen. Things will happen. People will show up. Opportunities will show up for this to happen to you. And always when we're going through our manifestation stages, just realize if you are a vibrational match to this. So when you write down, I want a house, write down that a belief system that you can believe it. I want $1 million. Me personally don't believe that I'm going to have $1 million right now. Like somebody's just going to give me $1 million or I'm going to make $1 million overnight. I do not believe that, but I have a belief system that I can make $1,000 in an hour. Yes. I can make, $10,000 this month. Yes. That's a belief system I can believe. So our desires need to be in our belief system, because tomorrow we're going to talk about the shadow work of what you desire. And so just write it down though. If you say, I want $1 million, I want a Lamborghini, I want the hottest man on the earth. So you can write all that down, but I'm wanting you to really get into the desires, what you want. I really want, and something you can afford. Say, like, I want $1 million house, but you're living on a $20,000 income a year. We have to get into the manifestation, and we can get to the $1 million. It just has to be gradually. It can be like, I make $3,000 a month. Now, next month, or until I manifest 5,000 a month, and then 7,000, and then 10. So that's how the manifesting goes. But so write down your desires, write down what you want. I want a good life. I want peace in my life. I want security. I want safety. I want a car, a house, a boyfriend, and start something small. When we first start our manifesting journey, we're always on a manifesting journey. Okay. So if you are manifesting negative things in your life, you're just doing it. You're always manifesting that. And we'll talk about energy later on in the series. But right now, we're just talking about desires. So write down, get a piece of paper, a journal, a napkin. I don't care what it is. Put it what your desires are. What your desires are that you believe that you can receive. Like me, I'm not going to write down, I want $1 million, because I don't think at this moment in, a couple months, I'm going to have $1 million. Not to say that I can't. I'm not saying that you can't. That would just be a far jump for me to believe, because tomorrow we're going to talk about belief systems inside of your desires, because that's part of your manifestation. You have to be in a belief system for the desires to come. Okay, so that's what I want to talk about. And two things, I'm going to say this in every video. One is like attracts like. So if you're wanting something, you have to become a vibrational match to it and attract like it. So say you want nice, kind people in your life. You have to become nice and kind. You can't be going around cussing people out, screaming and saying, well, I don't know why everybody's mean to me. Like attracts like. Okay, so this is day one. Day one, what do you desire? Big, small, just write it down, write a whole book. I desire a man. I desire a child. I desire, a new home. I desire my, enough money to buy my parents a home. I desire, it just depends on where you are at in your life to what you can, what you want. You desire a YouTube channel. I desire to open a business. What do you desire? Write it down, and we'll talk about the rest tomorrow, because we will have to do some work on it. 7 steps to manifestation. And this is day one. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. And this is so exciting for me, because I love manifestation. And manifestation is wonderful when you guide yourself to it, because we're manifesting every day. Like I said, if you have negative stuff in your life, it's because you're manifesting it. It's just you don't know that you can manifest things that you desire. Desire. Write it down. I love you. I'll talk to you tomorrow.